this happened in Ecuador, like in like the 80s or something like that. But this girl, like there was like a hurricane or something, or a mudslide that just like fucked the house up, toppled it on top of her, and so her legs were crushed by it, and she was stuck. They like tried to pull her out, but like the water kept rising, and then she eventually like died from hypothermia because she was so cold. And you know what's so crazy is like, I told my kids about the water. And this is that critical thinking shit, man. I told them about the water. I was like, what do you guys think? How do you think she died if she was buried like this and there was water rising? How do you think she died? Well, she drowned, Miss R. She drowned. All right, y'all think she drowned. Go ahead and read that shit. And then after they read the article, they were like, yo, she didn't drown. She drowned from hypothermia. So it's just like, don't jump to your conclusion, right? Like, don't just like automatically assume it's something and go with it. Like, yo, there's like twisters, wild. You know? Like, you gotta like, to be a teacher, man, especially an English teacher, because English can be boring. Everything's very boring. You gotta really hook them, and like shit like that, like they like that kind of shit, you know, like.
Yeah, cause I think for me too, like when I think of my clients, my biggest moments of happiness is when my clients have that aha moment. You know? I
love the aha moment. Yes, it's the best. Because your clients are kind of like your students, right? Like they are. Exactly. You're a teacher.
And just like the thing about like that I don't know. I think it's a very esoteric feeling that no one really understands unless you've done it.
Yeah, you've had like, that feeling, yeah.
Shit, like that is like, oh, I made someone change their way of thinking.
I'm saying, like, oh my gosh, the aha moments, like for a kid who's been struggling with like a question on their paper, I'll like look at it and like they'll be like, yo, wait, didn't we just go over this?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. You did pay attention. Like, oh my gosh, like, you know,
my work was not for nothing.
Yes, and that, you know, like that's how we feel sometimes. That like we spend like hours making lesson plans, and it goes to shit because the kids aren't like engaged, you know. But like it's like, oh my god,
it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But then you actually recite it, and it's not like, oh, they're not getting it.
Yeah, that happens. Oh my gosh, it happens sometimes, and you got to think on your feet. Okay, let's do these worksheets, and then y'all can have these word searches after, because like I failed and I did not prepare. Like, you know, there are some days where that shit just goes above their heads, and like even though I might think it's the coolest thing ever, and I like sell it to them a certain way, like yeah, I'm really into this. I sell it to them, they're into it. Then they get it, they're like, the fuck is this? It's all right. Get the fuck out of here. Like they're like